Countless, so many. I'm not in most of them, so I would not gonna give you many names. There's one person named Ember who has a Discord called Diversity with a capital VR. I heard that's a really good group.
Mm.
We had a member Sanaki who made I think it's called like the Masquerades. That's a really good group. Sanaki's a great person.
And our guest is with a friend.
FoxiwithMoxi.
Thank you very much for joining us today. May I ask, what is it you do here in the
Yeah.
internet and VR and all of that fun stuff?
So I'm one of the admins for a group called Ancients of VRchat. We're an 18 plus safe for work group focused on like finding friends and stuff like that because it can be kind of hard. And other than that, I do all sorts of things in VRchat. I love world hopping, like we talked about earlier. A lot of music events. Watch a lot of movies, stuff like that.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So, may I ask, what is Ancients of VRchat and how did that get started?
So Ancients of VRchat got started during the pandemic. The founder, a lot of people were kind of craving social interaction, and he joined, loved it, wanted to find other. The only thing he didn't like was the little kids who are loud and annoying. So he made a group to find other adults who played VRchat who also just wanted to just hang out, talk, go to game worlds. We have a book club. We have all sorts of stuff. And this was like March 2021,
Hmm.
I think.
Okay.
And yeah, it's just kind of grown since then.
Alrighty. So, how did you get involved with that community?
Well, I was there in March of 2021, and it was really small, and he needed help with like running events and moderating and stuff like that. And so I joined the mod team in April, and he has some health issues, so he can't be around much. And so I became an admin September 2021, and I've been the admin since.
Okay. What got you into VR? VR chat and VR and
Uh, well, so I've always been really interested in VR. I got the original Vive when it like first came out. Then life got busy. Um, Things happened. And I saw I was looking for a game to play. Wasn't really feeling many games, and I saw one of my friends on Steam had thousands of hours in this game VRchat, and I thought, oh, I wonder what that is, and yeah, that's what
been
got me
hooked.
hooked.
Yeah, I could definitely understand that. What were some of your first experiences with VR chat at that point? Then, may I ask?
So the reason I found Ancients, I logged into VRchat. I had never played Among Us, and I saw there was an Among Us world, and I get there, and these two kids are arguing because they got the same color model. And one of them was like, "Don't copy me, Arsler." Don't want to say it. And he's like, "You can't call me that. It's my birthday." And he's like, "Well, I didn't know it was your birthday, asshole." And I was just like, what is going on here? So I went to Google and looked for adult group VR chat, and that was how I found Ancients.
Yeah, that's got to be one of
I
some of the
don't
most.
blame her none at all.
No, sounds like the most VR chat experience I've
Imagine
ever.
having Yeah, I ever heard. You're sitting there. I can understand, Foxy. You're sitting there going, wow, this sucks. Wow, where the hell do I get out of here? Where's the bus? Bus! Hurry up, drive by. I don't got all damn time sitting here. I'd be fucking sitting there laughing so fucking hard watching that go on. You don't want to say anything because then you're part of it and you know you're going to be screwed going, are you sure that's your color, young man? I thought it was blue, not red. And then walk out. That'd be my fucking situation. Just poof.
And not only
That'd be
that, but
fucking
just
hot.
the what is this unspoken rule I never heard of where you're not allowed to call someone that on their birthday? Like,
yeah. It was my birthday. You called me that name. Son of a bitch. I'm telling Mom. Well, how much you want to bet they were brothers? How much you want to bet it was a goddamn set of brothers? That'd be the only one that makes sense. You know, I'm telling Mom, he called me this and said this and this and this. And you know what my dad and Mom would say? Fight your own battles. Get the hell out of here. I got other shit to do. Yep.
he said the whole thing about, you can't call me that, it's my birthday. The other kid didn't even question it. He was just like, well, I didn't know that. Like, if he had known that, he wouldn't have called him that.
Oh, my son of a bitch. God, he did that. And I'm going, oh, wow. Sorry, Billy. I didn't know. You could tell they were close friends. Really close friends. Mm-hmm.
Well, it's not like questies like that are foreign to VRchat at all. They're everywhere. Otherwise,
Yeah.
Oh,
Ancients
God.
of VRchat wouldn't have started.
Exactly.
True, very true on that one. The biggest thing about something like that, when she probably had that experience, right? What's funny is I don't think it's changed. All you have to do is hop into a world that's publicly set up, and you're going to see shit. You're going, what? Huh? What? And you're just going, well, that's why I'm only in here for 15 minutes, and I'm gone. Screw this. Back to where I belong. I do it all the time just for a laugh. You just stand back and listen to it, and you just go, huh? Seriously? Huh? And yeah, it's weird.
Oh, well, I'm going to be honest. I had an experience very similar to that when I first started. I shared a few times here, but I'll let you know it. When I first started, I saw this Murder 4 thing, and I wanted to go see what it was about. And very stupid of me I went in, and the first thing I saw in Murder 4 was a gaggle of questies hurtled in anime girl avatars moaning Oni-chan. So the moment I spawned in, that was the first view of a public instance I saw, and I noped the fuck out of there as fast as I could personally. Yep. Oh.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I could
never change.
It never changes, but like I say, if you go in, even Black Cat, you go in there and you just listen to the crap. You don't have I've seen so much since I've been on here for going on almost 4 years and everything else. I still love the one, I've never told anybody this, and I thought I better leave it out, is I walked up being small like I usually am, and I usually catch crap. Why are you so small? Why can't I not be? I was sitting there, and after I said that, why can I not be small? It's like everybody from the other side of the mirror heard me say that, and they just come in droves, stood around and looked at me, and I'm going, God dang, did I pee down my pants? Do I got a wet spot in my fur? What? It just, what? What did I do just to say a few words to get everybody to come over and check it out? And everything else, after it was done, they went back over, and this is where the funny part was. 2 people were arguing for the space in front of the mirror. That was it. Time to go. I mean, they were cussing flat out straight. And they weren't grown-ups, I'll tell you that right now. They were arguing so bad, you just going over a spot in front of the mirror. Like, just stack yourselves up or move to one side a little bit. No, we just got to rip your ass because that bitch is mine. I was there first. Knowing that you come over here and moved and lost your spot doesn't mean you get it back, right? Nope.
Well,
sorry, it doesn't work that way. No.
Well, to be fair, it's not like
Yeah.
VRchat and drama go hand in hand or anything. As soon as anyone hears
Oh,
swearing
not
and
a.
screaming and whatever, it's like
Mm,
people drive by the car accident. Everyone has to stop and look and stare and. Eh.
that's how it goes. Welcome to VR.
Mm.
Give it 10 seconds, and it's not the weather will change. The whole floor will change in 10 seconds. Just give it time. That's usually the way it works.
Okay. So,
Nuts.
what kinds of events and stuff do Ancients of VRchat usually run, and how many people usually show up? May I ask?
So we we have so many events. So all of our events are community driven. The users of the server submit the events. Um, so it's really just like whatever people are feeling. One time, someone made an event because they were new to the game, they didn't have a lot of friends, and they wanted to meet people. So it was just a, hey, come hang out with this person event. Um, uh, but some of our most popular events are game night on Saturdays. We usually have around 120 people show up to those.
Oh wow.
We have a thing we call Club Ancients, which is like for people who are starting out, wanting to learn how to DJ, stuff like that, to like practice in front of friends and things. So they have like a comfortable place they can get started before they start like playing for clubs and stuff like that. We do that one a lot. We have our Sunday hangout, usually around 40 to 60 people. We have Realm of Horror, where we guide people through horror maps. We have almost like a new user orientation sort of thing, where any new users who are interested can go and they introduce themselves, and and then we have a little like time where they can huddle and talk and everything, and then we go world hop for half an hour to an hour. We have photography classes. There's the book club. Um, all sorts of events.
So there's a little bit of something for everybody then. That's actually really awesome. You guys do such like
Yeah.
a hands-on approach with the community. I've heard of a few groups, but nothing as extensive as what sounds like Ancients does. Like the new users, people wanting to learn things. It's actually really cool you guys do all that.
Yeah, we have about 30 events this week.
Oh wow. That's really impressive.
Holy shit, 30? Holy Christ. Fuck, I'd be lost the first. It'd be like going into the Mall America and you're going, wow, this is going to take a week to go through. Holy shit. 30 events? My gosh. Wow.
Yeah, we also have a media events channel. So like, say you really want to watch this movie, but you don't want to watch it alone, so you want to see if anyone else wants to watch it. You can just put up a ticket saying, you want to watch this on this day at this time, and then everyone can see, hey, this person's watching this and when, and then other people can join and all that stuff.
Okay. So
where the hell was this at when I needed to look for? Well, I don't think I have trouble finding friends. Usually I open my big mouth and everybody wants to know what the hell's going on. Yeah, it's wow. Well, yeah. Well, wait a minute. Did we not have some? Or did I have somebody? I don't know. I had somebody that come up goes, I'm new to this and I have very few friends. And everything else like this. And if I knew that you guys were around, they were only like 6 months into it and was still new, that kind of stuff. They were still a newbie and stuff like that. That'd be great. Yeah. Well, at least I know you're now around. So, you can always tell them, hey, if you're lit, I need friends. That's how do you explain that to somebody? Seriously, think about it, Roxy. How do you go up because somebody comes up and goes, well, I don't have many friends. Okay, so usually you go down the chain of commands trying to go, what are you doing that you're not getting friends? Stuff like this. And they might not be doing anything. It's just one of those things. You go, did you open your mouth and say hi? That's all it takes. Or how you're doing, nice day, da-da-da, like that. Yeah, well, now I know that I hear somebody going, yeah, I'm looking for something to do. Well, I know where to get to send them to you. Or, yeah, don't shoot me. I am a fox. Just don't shoot me.
Oh, So-
Yeah, don't shoot me. Don't shoot me because I said somebody I don't know towards your way.
Hmm. Do you guys utilize the VR chat groups at all for Ancients of VRchat?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah. Most of our bigger events are in groups to kind of keep it organized. We do have some events that are like a limited number of slots, and so for those we use like Invite Plus. But
Hmm.
for the ones where we're not really worried about capacity, we use the group system. And any member can also make a group instance whenever they want, if they want anyone else to see and come join.
Okay. So, what was your guys' opinions of the VR chat groups when it first rolled out? Were you hesitant to use it, or did you like embrace it immediately?
So we actually loved it because we already had a system in place similar to the VR chat group system, but in Discord.
Hmm.
We had a bot, and you would friend the bot in VR chat, and if two members of the Discord or more were in an instance, it would display it on a channel in the Discord, so you could see that 13 members of the Discord are in this instance.
Hmm.
And you could go, oh, hey, and join off and it would give a link to the instance on the VRChat website. So you could just click launch instance and it would launch VRChat and all that.
Oh wow, that's actually really awesome. I don't in the couple years I've seen, I haven't seen very many groups do that besides like clubs specifically. Hmm. That's actually really cool. Was that an easy
Yeah,
thing
so
to do in the beginning? I don't know much about it.
uh, our Discord engineers were the one who set it up. I just paid for the hosting.
Okay, that's fair. You get now with some of the updates coming out with like VR chat groups and so on and so forth. Are you guys going to use any of that as well?
um, Probably we try to use as many of the tools they offer to make things as easy as we can.
Hmm.
I know we're looking at doing a couple collaboration events with some other discords coming up, and for that we'll be utilizing the group plus system and stuff like that.
Okay.
Just things to make less friction.
Hmm. All right. Um, did you when do you remember the specific events that happened what was it, a month ago? No. Did that affect you guys at all? Like the Ripper thing at all as
Oh
well?
no,
No? Okay. That's actually really good.
no, we knew it was all bark no bite.
Hmm. That's fair. I just remember at that time a lot of people in groups started putting massive halts to things because events. That's why I asked. Sorry.
Yeah. Oh yeah, oh no, it's good. We weren't worried about it.
Hmm.
That sort of thing, it's gonna happen regardless. If there were people who were doing that at events, they would have already been doing it. It's not like they would all of a sudden start doing it.
Hmm. That's fair. That's a
So we
fair
just
point.
kept on going like normal.
Okay. Hmm. Well, that's a very fair point there. I don't think that's going to change much. I do agree with you there. Whether people do it or not, they're going to do VR chat things
Yeah,
regardless of which.
the way we looked at it was, like I said, anyone who was doing it was already doing it before, and if we were plastering about it all over the Discord, that might get someone interested who would
Hmm.
start doing it that didn't do it before. So
Hmm.
we asked people, hey, please don't share that screenshot. All it does is serve to get more people looking at their site, giving them clicks, all of that. And like I said, if there were any rippers here, they're already here.
Okay. All right. So I'm going to ask a
I
bit
had a
of.
question for
Oh,
it, Ryan.
shoot.
Since you've been doing this and everything else, what is the weirdest thing somebody has suggested to try to do in here for meeting a friend?
Oh, that's a good question. There's been so many hundreds of events. I think maybe the weirdest one is, have you seen the world waiting room?
Mm-hmm. I've seen it.
Just seeing how long you could wait there.
Oh my god. Oh my god. I can imagine. I've been in there just sitting there just screwing around. And usually it's nobody around. But can you imagine somebody standing there going, nope, not here yet. Yeah. Yep. Can you imagine recording that? What'd you do all this time, Jim? Wow, I spent 2.5 hours waiting for at least one person to come in and say hi to me. Did you get anywhere? Nope.
There
blew
were
2
quite a
hours of
few
your
people
life
there,
down the
but they
toilet.
were there for like 8 hours.
Wow.
Oh, Jesus. Wow. Okay. Okay, no problem.
There was another world similar to the waiting room that I come across. A lot of people say it's, you know, that room where you wait, and the longer you wait, things start happening in the world, like the paintings will change, the mirror will start altering or shatter and stuff like that. There's a few worlds like that out there anyway. Well, blah.
Well, blah, you got toothpaste stuck in your teeth or what?
I don't know. Probably lost a brain cell somewhere.
Well, that ain't hard in VR.
You have
I'm always
one?
picking mine up
Well,
everywhere
technically, I got 3, and they keep me alive. Well, there's like one that's overworked, but I don't know. They're somewhere in there.
Yeah, he's got brain spells. I just got marbles, and I just keep picking them up off the ground. Oh, wow, I've been in this world. There it is. I knew it was in here last time. I put it back in.
Indeed. So, what is some of the more memorable events that has happened through Ancients of VRchat?
Ooh, I really love like the Club Ancients events just because we've had some people who started at Club Ancients and now are playing at like real clubs in New York and stuff like
Wow.
that. And it just like fills my little heart with pride just seeing where people have gone, stuff like that. Let's see. Uh Honestly, like the anniversary events are some of my favorite ones. Um, so the last New Year's event, they wanted me to do like a short speech, and so I went up as high on the map as I could, and then when they told me to come to the stage, I laid down in full body, and I fell like onto the table. And it just so happened that the video on the screen behind me started right as I hit the table. The timing was absolutely perfect. So like they see everybody on the stage and it gets kind of quiet and everything, and people are kind of like, "What's going on? What's going on?" And then just all of a sudden you see me just come falling from the sky and just on the DJ deck, and I stand up and the video turns on behind me, and it was
That actually sounds pretty awesome. Very convenient and timely. I'm sure that a lot of people are there, more than likely will remember it.
I love using full body for physical comedy in VR, like pretending to jump down the stairs, that kind of thing. It always makes me laugh.
So, what have been some of your first few instances and events for Ancients were like? Did you get a lot of people in the beginning? Just immediately start going for you guys, or was it a little slow going?
So like day one, we had like 400 people.
Wow.
And well, it was during the pandemic. You know, everyone was stuck at home. And then by the end of the first like month or two, we had 700. But in the beginning, I don't know, it's weird. In the beginning, the Discord itself was more active. Nowadays, it's more active in VR chat and quieter on the Discord. But yeah, it's just kind of been exploding from the beginning.
Wow. That's actually really awesome to hear.
Yeah, we're gonna hit 10,000 pretty soon.
Oh, wow. In Discord or the VR chat
Wow,
group?
10,000?
In Discord and VR chat, we're about to hit 3,000.
Oh, wow.
I think
Holy
it's 2,000.
shit. Wow. Wow, damn, that's one hell of a supper.
Mm.
Thank God I ain't paying
Yeah.
that bill.
Mm. At least that tells you there's a need for more of a mature audience in here that's not screaming and fighting with each other all the time. Because I've met a lot of older people here in VR chat. There's one gentleman we met a little while ago that's a veteran, 75, hangs out in here by himself. It's everywhere. Mm.
Oh yeah, we have a lot of people who are in their 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s.
Oh, wow.
God, I gotta go to this event.
Mm. You're perfect.
I'm about to get thrown out for being a nut. Hey, what the hell? At least I was there.
You're not that bad. Give yourself some credit. Mm.
Okay. Just a whittle.
So,
Just don't tell mom, okay?
what has been the common age group for Ancients of VRchat then? May I ask?
I think we say the average is usually around like the 25 to 30 age group. I think is probably the most common.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. That's good to hear. Do you see a lot of people? Are you gaining traction now? Do you see a lot more people talking about you in terms of like the age groups and?
Yeah. So, one of the admins made a post on Reddit the other day, and someone actually said in the comments that they were so tired of seeing ancients mentioned on Reddit because it's the only community people ever recommend when people ask.
Well, at least that shows you guys have trust in the community if you're like the first group that people suggest. What? Congratulations on that, by the way. VR chat, not a
No
lot.
doubt.
Not a lot of VR chat groups last as long as you guys have, let alone being like the first ones recommended.
Oh, really?
Not from what I've seen, because I've seen in terms of like VR chat groups, you see a lot of them rise and fall quickly. Usually it's drama or maybe
Yeah.
someone gets burnt out. So the fact that
Oh, that's true.
but the fact you guys lasted this long, are as active as you guys are, and are recommended first, kudos to you guys, by the way. That's an impressive feat in and of itself.
No doubt.
Well, I think the big thing is that, like I said, everything's run by the community. So as more people join, more people get ideas, more events get created, so it kind of like snowballs on itself.
Hmm. That's a
By the
pretty.
sounds of it, it's a never-ending setup. Logically,
Yeah,
you get new
well,
blood and everything
luckily,
else. It's never a boring situation, no matter which way you look at it, and that's great. Because that's the biggest thing. Most people get burned out because they're bored. If you constantly, that's all you do is world hop, waiting for the next one to come out. After a while, you get bored with it. But if you got somebody
yeah.
that join like me and Lion do, we world hop, we do other things and everything else like this. You got to share the experience with a friend or something like that, and that's great. That's a great part. Just instead of hopping around room to room by yourself, that gets a little old.
Okay. Have you guys seen any? What has been some things you've learned along the way with Ancients, like being as an admin and your participation in the groups?
Um, it's really hard when you have a vision of how things should be, or not how things should be, how you want them to be, but like, the community sees things a different way. It can be really difficult to like give up that control, I guess, because like I said, it is their server. We just make sure the gross people, the scammers and stuff stay out. So there's times where like you have a certain vision of how you imagine things will be and they have a different one, and you have to just trust that they're right
Hmm.
and just let go.
Okay. So
I think that's something a lot of people have a hard time with, is, you know, when they're in that position of power, just like doing that and not just saying, no, this is how it's gonna go.
okay. Was that a tough one for you to learn personally along the way?
I kind of go with the flow, so it
Okay.
didn't really matter to me.
Fair enough.
Yep, you gotta go with the be open-minded. I keep telling everybody, go open-minded or go home. In this case, yeah, I'm standing on a hamster ball. Yeah.
No, when we're discussing changes in mod chat, I will absolutely fight tooth and nail if if I feel like you know, for what I want. But as soon as the vote's over, then vote's over, move on.
Okay. That's
Yeah. At least it's a voting situation. That's cool.
Yeah.
At least you can put your vote in for
Yeah.
it. I didn't know. I figured it was that way. There's, you know, you don't.
Well,
It's
so the voting is left to the moderators, but you know, obviously, like we get feedback from staff and stuff like that. Every year we do like a survey to see how people feel about how things are going.
Okay.
Yeah.
it's a working community right there by itself.
Yeah.
Holy shit! Logically think about it. Holy Christ!
Wow.
That means
We have
there
like
goes
almost
my voting
60
out the
staff
window to pee
members.
on the nearest tree.
Wow, you have 60 staff. Is it easy running a server that's as big as you guys's with that much staff and people doing things all the time?
It is a lot, which is why we try to have so much staff, so that way no one person's overburdened.
Okay. So what have been some of the harder things for running a group this big in VR chat?
I think one of the harder things probably people tend to quickly and without warning whip into a frenzy.
Okay.
So like someone will say something, someone might reply negatively, and then all of a sudden like 20 people are all chiming in, you know, these people on this side, these people on this side, and just like stopping everything and just, you know, all right, everybody sit in timeout, take a breather, you know. Yeah.
Why? It's back to the two kids arguing about what color they're supposed to be. That's
It was about colors. The argument was about colors.
Oh shit! Oh, Jesus Christ! Wow.
We call it the color war.
The color war?
It was one of the biggest drama.
color
It was an
war.
argument about the color of your name on Discord.
Oh. So the color of name
Oh,
started something
God.
that got its own name, the color war. That seems like a very
Oh shit! Hey, did you hear about that? Johnson got out of hand. I had to cack him over the head with a club. Why? Because he had the wrong color on. It's just not right where he had that pink above his head. This didn't look right. Don't get me. I figured it would have been Roxy be something more not on that situation, not with the color war, but people showing up. You know that because I've worked with a club and stuff like this where you get people then in Discord itself when they have a meeting, you only get if you had 60, you're lucky if you got 10% of those people show up when it's supposed to be. Don't get me wrong, everybody's got a busy schedule, time zones and stuff like this, but yeah, if you're gonna say you're gonna be there and then turn around, they don't even show and it just pisses you off. I can see that, but over a color. Holy shit! 60 people arguing over a freaking color. I don't like that. That's just
one of the things that we tell people, because a lot of people have social anxiety, they'll see that there's like a lot of people who signed up for an event and they're like, oh, that's a lot of people. I don't know if I want to go. And we always tell people, Even if an event's full, even if it looks like it's too busy, whatever, about 30% of the people who sign up will go. So don't worry about it. Just go.
Mm.
I got you. Yeah, it's just strange that in the numbers that you have, that you don't have more issues, and you probably do, but you have a way to work around it. That's why you have the voting set up. So that's probably the best way
Yeah.
to bite it right into and throw it into the bag. Going, it's done. It's over with. Quit pissing in the wind because it's not going to do you any good.
Mm.
Yeah, I got you. That's
Okay.
but over a color. My gosh,
Well,
I just can't get that out of my head for some reason.
well, to be fair, we've all seen stranger arguments break out in VR chat groups or in an instance of sorts. It's a lot more common than you think for people to fight over
Mhm. Oh
things like
yeah,
that.
we've seen tons over fights over something. You're just going, what? It's one of those things when you hear it, you just stand like what you just said with the color war. You just sit there. Your brain don't wrap around it. It
Mm.
makes no sense.
Do
Makes
you
no
know
sense.
how many hours people have argued about what constitutes a grilled cheese?
Yo, please enlighten me. You have my curiosity now
Yeah,
for
I
that
want to hear
subject
this.
specifically.
I want to hear this.
So there
You got
was
me
one
enthused.
person who said a grilled cheese had to be white bread with American cheese. Nothing else was acceptable. Then there were some people who said it was okay to put butter on a grilled cheese. Some people who said it wasn't okay. Some people who thought that if you put ham on it, it was still a grilled cheese, which that made a lot of people mad. They're like, that's not a grilled cheese, that's a melt. And they're like, no, a melt also has this and this and that. Yeah. So, like, it used to be one of the things where when it got too quiet, someone would be like, hey, who wants to talk about grilled cheese again? And then the argument would blow up again.
Oh shit! Jesus Christ! Happy, almost like you're going. Hey, how do you like your mac? How do you like your mac and cheese or your baked potato?
Mm.
Right? Or
Yeah.
how? Better yet, how do you like your eggs? That one still today, and this happened in real life. We had that in high school. That we had a setup, and I mean this was for everybody that in school, and we were a small town. How they liked their eggs. Before it was over, we had literally everybody arguing what was the best way to have your eggs.
Mm.
Huh? It was just something that we did in a history class to see how far it get out of hand over eggs.
I think the silliest argument I ever
Yeah.
come across that's in vain of grilled cheese. Which order do you pour your bowl of cereal in milk? Milk then cereal or cereal then milk? I've seen some people spend a lot of time arguing over that as well. That's pretty entertaining to watch. Just a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
So, how do you guys mitigate those issues having such a large group? Like, try and yeah, I'll save it that question.
So like I said, we have a lot of staff, and anytime if it looks like things might even be close to getting out of hand, in the staff channel, they'll ping the mods and say, "Hey, does anyone have eyes on this?" Just making sure. And most often than not, it's nothing. But if it starts to go over the line, we can quickly step in and say, "Hey, guys, cool off," and like, "Hey, bring it to DMs" or something like that. So just part of it's just having a really awesome team of volunteers who care about the community as much as we do.
Mm. That's
Man, I don't think Line. I don't think I ever want to go. Nothing against rocks going over there. I think I'd cause more havoc. It'd be like asking, "Do you know is there a right or a left sock?"
Oh, and that's another thing is, um, some of the other mods may not share the sentiment, but like when people have been being good and there hasn't been any drama for a long time, I like to just like let them have fun. just
Oh, so
relax.
what'd she say?
relax,
Roxy
yeah.
goes over and starts a little havoc and just lets something out of the box.
And then we gotta
And
shut the whole
everybody
thing down.
goes in. And then everybody goes in shit and shuts it down. I like you, Roxy. That's why I go, hey, guess what? I heard this. What do you think? Well, let's time this one and see how far this one lasts before I gotta go. It's done. I can imagine. That'd be fucking great. I like that idea, man. That'd be perfect. That'd be perfect. I love that idea. Wow.
We
That'd
have
be cool.
had people who join and like want to promote their content that's not work appropriate, and we tell them like, hey, we don't do that here. I even tell people like, if you're looking for a Discord like that, we can give you links to them. You can advertise there, but we don't do that here. This is just for making friends and hanging out. And they will argue and argue and argue that pinup picture of them wearing, next to nothing was absolutely appropriate. Like, I have tape covering down there, and it's like, okay, that's not.
Hmm.
Well, I didn't know I was at a nude beach this week, but this is what I saw. I hope you enjoy, because it's going to get way out of hand. That's pretty much what the situation is. Yeesh.
It is. VRChat does have that fun little issue of being over sexualized. They go in like a random public instance and there are people scantily clad or ERPing above the mirror and just random things like that. It's all over the place. They need to mature a little bit. Yeah.
Just a little bit? Yeah. Uh-huh.
Okay, a lot of it.
Mhm.
If I had a nickel
There
for
you
every
go.
time you
Thank you
go
very
to like a
much.
drinking night and see people ERPing above the mirror, or 40-year-old adults acting like 3-year-olds arguing over colors. It's just thing. Although to be fair, it is a social media, a form of like social platform of sorts. So you kind of have to expect the unexpected, kind of like the
The
Spanish Inquisition.
unexpected. No doubt. Wow.
So that reminds me of another memorable moment. There's one time people thought they were being slick. They thought that nobody would notice that the person standing over here, like a couple feet away, like every time they moved their hand up, the person over here would go. They thought they were being slick. So I just went up behind them and was like, "Do you hear buzzing?" And she screamed. He started laughing.
Oh my God. Hey, do you hear that? Wow, what is it to you? Sounds like a bunch of bees. Nope, ain't bees. I don't work at a beehive. Sorry. Oh my God. Wow.
Something about it being like a safe for work area. People, how they get, and they think they're being sneaky, as if nobody noticed that they disappeared. And
Yeah, I think at this point in time,
that's weird. 2 people aren't in the room, and there's a locked door. Huh? I wonder what's going on. No one knows what's going on there.
Yeah. Hey, you've seen Johnson? Yeah, he's over in the other room by himself. Oh, he's always in there. That's okay. We know where he's at. That's cool.
well, they were here, but now they're in a private instance and on red, and I wonder what that's about.
He's putting his shoes on, okay? He's gonna go get some milk and cookies. Yeah, right. Yep.
That's another one. Speaking of that exact thing, one person will leave, another person will leave like 5 minutes later. They both go on red, and then they log off at like the same time. And then like a week later, they're like, "So did you know so and so and I are dating?" And it's like everyone knew. I'm like, how? Because you both log off at the same time and go on red at the same time. And they're just like, "Oh, is it that obvious?" Yes.
Like everybody's got their marbles on the floor going, whoops, it's that one. I'll pick that one and put it back. Ah, there he goes. Oh, they're gone again. Yeah, remember to put that one back out. Wow. People, nothing against people, but they think everybody's at a lower level than what they are, and nobody's paying attention. Sorry, it doesn't work that way.
Yo,
I said that once when people were talking about enterprise resource planning, and I was like, guys, the only like, unless it's so vague that nobody else knows what you're talking about, they know what you're talking about. Like, you're not fooling anyone. It's completely obvious.
hmm, yeah. Well,
Yeah, no shit.
we've all seen those people who think they're kind of very slick, as you said. No one's gonna know we're fooling around or dating, but yeah, our friend groups had
Yeah,
stuff like
Well,
that.
and
Yeah, we've had the same.
and,
Oh, we're
and
not.
that's
Oh, you got. What's bad is when you catch them in the act. I gotta. Oh, we're not doing that. No. Never doing that at all. But you've done it for a week like this. Then about 2 weeks later, they come back on. Oh, we're dating. So that whole week that you were doing it, oh yeah, right. Yeah, let's bullshit that one out the
So-
door.
I ran into something like that. I don't know if they've patched it, and if they haven't, hopefully they don't watch this video. But if someone is on Red in a Friends Plus instance of a world, you can still join. And so I actually had an instance of that happening where I joined in a world, and they were, yeah, and they're like, how did you get here? We're both on Red. And I'm like, Friends Plus instance. It still shows up in the thing. It just says there's no one in there. But it still says who created the instance. So you see your friend created an instance with nobody in there because that friend's on Red. And yeah, so it just...
Well, there went the rocket science corporation just down to the toilet. Just launched its last missile. Yep, if you get my drift. Walk right in on that one and see what happens.
You saying
Whoa.
that reminded me of a time that I had something similar happen. Someone both Raptor and I know who got in VR and figured out what Red means and how that all works. At the time, he didn't know to go on Red. So I was like, oh, cool, look, he's on. And then there he was with a couple of people doing the deed in the middle of a thing, thinking no one's going to see, no one's going to join. But he didn't freak out. He said, look, goes, what's up? And just kept on going as if nothing ever happened.
Happens all the time. I'm used to this. No big deal. Watch it. Hey, next week I'm selling tickets. I'm going to make some money off of this shit.
Tickets.
Well, the person...
Pretty sure
Hey,
that's
how much
anything
profit did I
started.
make this week? Did I get 20% of the take? God damn it, I'm doing all the work here. Eesh. My
Start
gosh.
hiring promoters.
No, just need somebody in the booth out there selling the tickets. That's the hardest thing, because before it's over, he's watching too. He's not selling tickets no more.
I'm sure there's like a Madison Square Garden world. You'd be like, this week at Madison Square Garden in VR chat.
The sad thing is that a event like that would actually do quite well, surprisingly enough. And that kind of scares me that something like that'll show up and people will just arrive to it. It's not like VRchat has an underbelly who does similar things on a regular basis. Whoa.
Mm-hmm.
Oop.
Hello.
Hello.
Oh,
What are you doing?
Nice to meet you.
nice meeting you.
Hi.
This is my roommate.
Hello.
Oh. Hello, roommate.
Real roommate? Real
Yeah.
roommate.
Yes.
Oh boy. Thank God we don't want to go there. Whew, I ain't selling tickets out front. No
They
way in
were
hell.
roommates.
They were roomies, man.
Well, I'm going to be honest. I think if you were to sell tickets to something of that nature, it'd be more entertaining than erotic at your size.
Well, at least, lucky I don't have. As much as I say that all the time, I'm lucky that Snuff hasn't put something, a little booth next to me so I can sell tickets.
And here comes Foxy from the top rope.
I don't know, like the stupid shit we were doing in the kitchen earlier.
Oh.
Whoa. What? Whoa, come back here. Come back here. You opened up this one. I want to hear this. Don't throw it over to the curb. Come on. What you got? I want to hear.
We were messing with our vaporizer and smoke and just trying to make it pool on the countertop.
Oh, okay.
But the air
Damn,
conditioner kicked on and blew it out.
I thought it was going to be something off the wall. You know?
Oh no!
Maybe they were trying to
vape
vape off of grilled cheese sandwiches. I don't know. I just thought I'd give it a shot.
It's a melt.
It's a melt, man. How do you know? No, that's a smoking grilled cheese. That's what that is. That's a smoking grilled cheese. See, grilled, yeah.
Smoked grilled cheese.
Yeah.
Indeed. Oh. Okay, I'm still good. I do apologize ahead of time if I blip out. That may happen. Fair warning.
That's okay.
Wait,
We just wait for him to come back.
Is this part of the interview you were telling me about?
Yes.
Yep, you're part of it now. You're in it now.
I'm sorry. I didn't realize.
No.
I'm sorry.
Hey, it's cool. No.
You're fine.
You're in this now. Get back over here, young lady. Yep. Over here. If you don't want
No,
to be in it.
you don't
it's cool.
understand. You don't understand. I logged on and saw that she was in a Friends Plus world, which never fucking happens. And I was like, okay, I have somebody I hang out with. So I show up, and this is the kind of place, like the kind of places that she likes to hang out. And so I was like, okay, so like, you know, she's being extra sociable today. Nice. And then I'd forgotten about the interview thing.
That's okay. You can still be part of it. It's not, unless you don't want to, but it's great. Now, what's funny is she comes in. Think about this, folks. She comes in. She's the roomie. They're not that far apart, but she's got to see what she's up to. Think about it. Logically, think about it. Is the gears kicking yet? Is the gears kicking for anybody out there? You're in the same area, but you have to come see what the other person's doing and knowing you're only a room away. Think about it.
Oh no, it's exactly what you're implying.
Yep. Yeah.
To be honest, I'm gonna seem like my brain
I'm
cell
also
just
nosy
burst.
like a cat, so.
That is what. Ooh, okay, gotcha. She's nosy, gotcha. Don't you love friends like that? You can actually tell them the world's upside down, and they'd believe you because they don't know what you're doing.
Well, we all have a few friends like that. But whenever they're on, a favorite pastime of mine is to go into weird worlds and just wait for them to show up. Because I found this one Rick Astley world, and it looks like a city from the outside. The picture shows a beautiful town, sun, and it says something town, and I wish I remembered. And one day I went in, and I sat there and I waited, and people started joining, and they would come in and immediately start swearing and getting really angry because you hear Rick Astley in the background. It's just a green plane with Rick Astley doing this in the background. That's all it is. It was the most hilarious time because after about 10 minutes, people started inviting people. So it was the one person became 10, became 20, became 40 people just all swearing in a room. Was hilarious. Using nosy people's fun.
Hey, look on the bright side. Remember what I said earlier about sending somebody over there to get us coffee? Well, she just went over there already.
Oh,
that worked out pretty good, didn't it?
Sorry if you scared your roommate away.
Hope we didn't scare.
Oh no.
So, what have been some of your favorite worlds you've come across in here in VRchat? Then, if worlds like this is stuff you enjoy.
I have a whole bunch real quick. Well, I love Movie and Chill. I have 4 posters there. It used to be that yet another movie theater, but now it's VFI Cinema. That's my favorite world for like 3D stuff because when you're really close to the screen, the 3D effect like really like hurts your head. But they have a massive cinema, so you get real far back, and it just looks so cool. Let's see.
You don't do that in real life, do you?
No. No, in real life at the movie theater, I'm usually at the front seat.
That's what I was asking. You're way up front when you watch it, is what I was getting at. in real life? I was just
Yeah,
curious.
there's a world called Lost Valley Lake Retreat that I think that you guys would love. It's an absolutely gorgeous world that looks like a national park.
Hmm.
Oh, that'd be cool.
I'll have to check it out. There's
Be
an
cool.
there's another world that was really good that we've come across last week. I think it's called Stranded. It's just a desert island, no mirrors, sun with sun rays, kind of like of in here. It's actually one of the another really beautiful world in VR chat. I'm, hmm. What's the other one? There's another park, kind of like what you suggested, done by N Prowler. Say it's massive.
Hmm.
Hmm.
There's a world called Driving City at Night.
Mhm.
I love driving worlds, and it's this massive city, and just it's I mean, at night, and it's really relaxing. There's one time a friend was having a really bad day, and I drove him around in that world until they passed out in the back seat.
No.
Yeah.
Hold on.
I love
Relaxing. The last time you took me for a drive there, we died like multiple times.
Wow, there it comes out in the wash. Ain't it right? Jesus
that
Christ,
time I was driving
you didn't
slow.
see the
I was
fire
in the
hydrant there?
minivan.
Oh, it's me then. Ooh,
I don't know if you've been to the Museum of VR Painting, but it's an art gallery by someone who paints in VR. And some of the paintings are just absolutely unreal, but you can like get right up close and like into the paintings, and you can see each separate brush stroke and all of the detail, and it's really beautiful.
Wow. I didn't know there was a VR painting museum. Only other museum I've come across
Yeah.
was like a furry museum. And then maybe an art gallery
No,
as well. Well, I think it was your art gallery. The one where you guys hold the competitions for
Oh,
photos and stuff.
yeah. There's also a world called Ancient Art Museum by Addy, ADI. Addy makes some really good worlds. If you ever have like, I think it's like 10 or 15 minutes to kill Lonely Station. It's an older world, but it's this lone like train stop, and you sit there, and if you wait long enough, the train finally appears, and it's a long time, especially by VR chat attention span standards. Every time I take people there, people go, I think the world's broken, and I'm like, just wait, let it cook, and then the train shows up and the thing starts, and they're like, oh my god, that's incredible. But yeah, Addy makes some really good worlds. The Ancient Art Museum world. I was really bored one day. I went there. There's a Roomba that goes around the museum, and it has a seat. So I took the headphones for the guided audio tour, and I sat on the Roomba and just did a tour around the museum sitting on the Roomba.
That'd be something I do. That's the kind of shit I do. Get bored, go find some crap, sit on the Roomba or whatever, and just roam around. And people walk in and look at you like you're completely out of your mind, and all you do is point. You don't say anything. You just point. Yeah.
You know, one of my
Yeah,
favorite
it's kinda shit I
you
do. I
moments.
haven't done that in a while.
One of my favorite you moments is you kind of you're in a world by yourself and you're just sitting in a plant, and people are spawning in to watch you, and you kind of stood there watching them go by, not saying anything as they run around the world. And it's only upon when they return.
I do that a lot.
Is you go, oh, what are you doing over there for?
Yeah, I do that all the time to everybody. If there's a plant at the beginning or somewhere, I just sit there. Yeah, standing. You know, the plant's bigger than mine. You can't see my name, and then walk by. And you just look. All of a sudden, they'll all of a sudden come by 2 or 3 times and everything else like this. And all of a sudden, you pop up. You shit! How long you been there? I've been here the whole goddamn time. I haven't moved nowhere. You were the one running around. Yeah, it's funny and shit to do crap like that. It's great to be small. It has its wonders.
There's a world called Portal Storage in all capital letters, and this person just anytime they see a new world, they stick a portal to it in there. They have them sorted by PC only and Quest compatible, And so you can just, if you just really don't know and just want to go anywhere, there's 700 plus worlds there to
Oh,
go
wow.
through.
Yeah, portals. It's a whole bunch of portals. I've been there. I've been into
Yeah.
that one. After a while, what gets bad is it's a great world to be in if you want to portal jump and everything, because usually they got a scene up above the portal. I think it's the same one. And you stand there, and all of a sudden you come back going, okay, what's the next one? All of a sudden you hop in and go, son of a bitch, I was just in this one. You forget where you were at if you're going down the line. It's funny.
Mm.
One of those things.
Mm. You know,
There's
sorry, my bad. I apologize.
I was just gonna say there's a world
Oh, boy.
called Toilet Paper Chaos. I don't know if you've ever been there.
Oh God!
No, I've never been there.
heard
What
that
is
one.
it?
I've never been to that one.
So there's toilet paper rocket launchers everywhere, and there's even hidden secret ones, and you just toilet paper the entire city. And
Oh.
there's like 12 or something rocket launchers there, so you can just get a ton of people and just start toilet papering everything. There's like a toilet paper mortar launcher it's like a cluster bomb that launches like an entire pack of toilet paper, and then when it hits something it explodes. And there's one that moves
like
in
the slow
super slow
motion
motion.
one.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow! Look on the bright side. If you have to get shit paper on third floor, somebody's gonna get it. One way or another.
But it's a really big, massive world. So you have a lot of room to spread out and everything, and it's absolute chaos.
Mm.
We gotta go there. Why? We gotta take the curse crew in there for a shenanigans setup. That'd be so goddamn funny. Oh,
Specifically
that's
Sam.
gonna be fun.
So one of our
Yeah,
friend groups
especially Sam.
is named Sam, and she's a very competitive but really sweet person. When you talk to her normally, she's the sweetest person you'll ever meet. Make her do a racing map, and it's like her personality is a complete 180, and it's always entertaining. We took her to do Super VR Ball, and she didn't want to go, but she's the entire time you'll be racing and finishing it, then and standing over like one of the platforms, you hear her swearing about Dr. Phil or some random bullshit going by. I hate Dr. Phil, blah blah blah, and then she'll go off, and you'll see her in another part of the map. And then you'll hear her swearing about, or not swearing, but getting angry about Deadpool or some other random thing. She'll just be yelling random stuff the entire time. And then, like, one of my favorite quotes from her was, I'm going to give everyone hateful Christmas cards.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I remember that. Just out of nowhere in July, I'm going to send everybody hateful Christmas cards. Nobody's twisting your arm, but she's that compatible playing the game. Everybody else is at the end of the finish line. We're all watching her. Come on, you can do it, Sam. And she just gets worse and worse because she can't get to the finish line. Yeah, it's great when you have friends like that because it makes the worthwhile the stuff like this. But eek. I can imagine her in that toilet paper world. Oh my God. It'd be the word of saying and being in deep shit. Hey, don't worry, I got all the toilet paper in the world to wipe it all off. It's okay.
You gotta take that rollerball avatar to Super VR Ball.
Yes.
You know what'll happen? They're not going to be shooting it all over the world. They're going to be shooting it at me. It's target practice 101. Hey, can you knock the old man off the ball? Yeah, it's great. Hey, it's just shit paper. It won't hurt much. Yeah, right. Uh-huh.
I'm going to be honest. More than likely, Sam and Dar will just be attacking each other in some competitive fit. More than likely. I do.
Or Courtney.
Yes.
Or Courtney and how she is.
Oh
boy.
Do you guys, how many friend groups or other VR chat groups spawned out of Ancients of VRchat over time?
Countless. So many. I'm not in most of them, so I would not can give you many names. There's one person named Ember who has a Discord called Diversity with a capital VR. I heard that's a really good group. We had a member, Sanaki, who made, I think it's called like the Masquerades. That's a really good group. Snaki's a great person.
Hmm.
One of the staff members, it has a group. The name's something about jazz. I can't remember, and I feel horrible. But there's dozens. And that's kind of the thing with Ancients is, people seek out that Discord because they're looking to make friends, because that's the whole point of the Discord is to make friends. And so they go there, they meet people, they make friends, they get an established friend group, and then, it's so busy with all these other people that they make their own Discords, they have a quieter place to talk about what they want to talk about. And then eventually they stop becoming as active in Ancients. They become more active in their own Discord. It grows, becomes its own community. And people will see prominent members leave the server and freak out. And it's like they just aged out of the server. There's nothing wrong with that.
So you tend to have a rotating members a lot then.
Oh, yeah. I hardly know any of the super active people now. There's people who just are gonna be there forever. And every once in a while an old face will pop in and say hi again, and sometimes they stick around, and that's wonderful. Um, but yeah, there's a lot of turnovers. People come, they make friends. The new people want to make friends. They want their own private area, and just that's what the community is for,
Okay. Well, that's
There's
honestly.
It's
someone
like when
on-
you explained it to me one time as Ancients is not meant to be your final destination, as more of a launching pad into VRchat.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that makes a lot of sense, and is actually a really awesome thing you're doing for the community, helping people kind of get a starting point. So, thank you for doing what you guys do over there.
Yeah. Especially you didn't even
I
know it
really
existed.
don't do much. It's the rest of the staff that does everything.
Mm.
I always tell people I'm just the Queen of England. I'm the one that takes the blame when things go wrong, but it's them who do all the work.
Well, still that.
Although I guess that's old now.
Yeah. Well, still though, you when I say you, it's also Ancients of VRchat. The fact that you guys are around, giving people a place to like pick up a group or friends or learn a skill like DJing when you guys do club Ancients night. The fact that that exists here as a option for people to start is a lot better than like the Black Cat.
Yeah. Oh, that's another reoccurring event that I really liked was they have an Ancients Flight Academy. And just recently they did like, how you can put the smoke trails on the jets? They had like all these colored smoke trails and had like people flying in spirals while 3 people flew through the center of it. And the pictures just look so cool. And it's like all these people who are new to flying in VRchat, and now they're like graduating and do all these cool stunts and everything. And it's just like,
Wow.
that's so cool.
That sounds really cool. I've never heard of anybody using the
Yeah.
VRChat flight worlds for that. That sounds like a really awesome thing just to witness.
Yeah, right?
There are some people who pick things up.
Sorry.
Sorry, you first. Mine just random.
No, another one of my favorite another one of my favorite events is as you talk in the server, you get experience, stuff like that. So they have this thing, Shark Tank.
Yes. I know Shark Tank. I've seen it a few
So
times.
they have this thing called Danger Zone because the person who came up with it is Dave Dangers, and we take the 3 people with the most experience in the Discord, and everyone pitches them ideas, and they say, I'll give you 3,000 experience for a 60% stake or something. They pretend it's Shark Tank but using the XP from the Discord. That one's really funny.
So, what have been some memorable people you've met through Ancients of VRchat, became friends, or people that stick with you? have stuck with you?
This one, no, that one right there.
That don't count. That's your roommate.
To be fair, they moved in like what, 2 months ago? And we've
A
known
month-
each other for
a
over
month
2
and a
years.
half
ago.
That
Yeah,
counts. That
yeah.
counts. That counts. I thought it was the other way around. You've known each other for quite a while. Yeah, that counts. I'll give you that one. Free of charge.
Everybody on the mod team, you know, I don't know, like it's just the nature of VR chat that you meet so many people and then they just disappear. You know, and all you can really do is treasure that time that you know them, kind of like a shooting star.
Mm. Yeah. That's one of the things that's kind of sad about it, VRChat. As you said, people come and then they go, but at least, as you said, it's memories for you. Pictures in your desk, within your computer, you can look back on, and at least you could say you had a good time at that point.
There was someone, their username used to be VR Dog.
Oh, I miss him. Oh my god, I miss him so much.
He still plays. He just has a different username now, but he still wears the same avatar. But anyways, so this guy was a streamer, and he did a bet with his friend, and he thought it was a sure thing. There's no way he was gonna lose. And if he lost the bet, he had to download VRChat and could only use like photorealistic four-leg dog avatars. And anytime he was gonna play video games, remember this is a Twitch streamer, he had to log into VR chat and bark at someone at least once. And so he lost, and he started playing. And as he started playing, he was like, "Oh wow, there's some really cool people here." And he started playing more and more, and he was so great.
At one point, he was on the front page of subreddit.
The VRChat subreddit. Yeah, I still have that picture. we were all in different, like, those little tiny cat avatars. Excuse me. And so there's this big dog avatar with just like 13 cats all over him and everything. And
Wow.
yeah, someone posted on Reddit and it made the front page.
Wow.
Well, VRChat, although with its flaws, does has a lot of really awesome people, like the ones you've mentioned, and even ones we haven't met yet. It is a really interesting place to meet people, and I personally don't regret any time I've spent here personally. Zero.
Yeah.
I am glad though people like Ancients and you guys exist out here. It gives, as I said before, it gives people better options than the Black Hat or Drinking Night or places like that.
Or a few other places you don't want to mention because it's unsafe.
Definitely doesn't involve the letter B.
Yeah, and it doesn't sound like bees in the background humming either. Yeah, well, I got you there on that one. Yeah.
That also happens.
Hey, it's the hive world. You got to go to it. We got to go to the hive world. That's got to be a perfect place to be. Why? Because there's a lot of humming going on and nobody's moving.
To be fair, when most people use, well, I'll stop there with that. They kind of think they're slick, and they don't really think you can tell, but you can always tell. Every time.
It don't take rocket scientists, folks, to see. Yeah, most people anymore are and after they see it the first time, it's just nothing. You just walk by. Yeah. Keep it up. Go, buddy, go. Talk to you later. And just roam on, or you just walk by going, hi. Don't
make sure you put that
sneeze.
in your Fitbit.
Yeah, make sure you put that in your pocket on the way out, would you? Did you pay the car meter? That kind of crap. You just. And what's funny is when you're walking away like this, you're going. I know what they're doing. Yeah, they don't hear that because you shut your mic off. So it's smart.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's the random things like that kind of add to the humor of VR chat, though. So you'd be in a normal, wholesome world that involves like a ball pit, for example. You know, the one where all the little balls have physics, and there's two random people in a public instance in the bottom of the ball pit thinking they're funny and not knowing, but everyone knows.
Oh,
No.
or what about your friends who don't realize that everyone can see on the social menu when they change avatars? That's the best.
Yeah. Hmm.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Man, I think the best one is when you decide to go to a world, right, that's got water in it and everybody thinks you're not in it. Uh-huh. Yeah. What happened here? Yeah. You walk by going, wow, we can see the objects there, but we don't see them. It'd be like this water, right? It's pretty dark, right? But you see two name tags and they're pretty close together. No, they're not checking out the fishes, right?
There's one name tag that's still and another name tag that's moving.
And you're going, wow, I wonder if the fishing's great over there. I wonder where my pole is, and I'm going to get some bait. Yeah, that's going to work over great. Oh my gosh. I mean, I've seen that more than once. And just walking into a public area, not thinking nothing over, and you walk by going, what? No, yes, okay, forget it. I'm out of here. Let's go further down. And then I've had one world like this, right? There's two different areas that the water's dark and you can't see anything. All of a sudden you go, okay, I'll stay away from that side. Let's go. All of a sudden you know, they can't hear you. You're just talking to yourself. All of a sudden, what the hell is going on? Here's two more people over on this end. What the hell? I can't get away. Or did I run into the same people and just, no, because you can still back at a distance see it there. What the hell am I doing wrong? I got to get out of this world. I'll check it where there's Friends Plus only, and I'm out of here. Yeah, it's, you know, it's funny though.
Yeah.
It really is funny.
I think a lot of people don't realize, like, with the personal mirror, now that we have that, you know, if environment's off, you can see through the water, you can see through buildings, you can see through, you know, you go, yeah.
Man, I wonder if my tracking's okay. Let me turn on the person mirror. Oh, look, there's those two in the building behind me. You know,
Exactly,
I think they're following me everywhere I go. They're there. I don't know what the hell's going on, but they're still there.
They think
that, or you do
they're
this one
hidden behind the stairs.
or you do this one. You
It's
got
just like
all of a
high
sudden you
school.
come in this world. You come into this world and you got it where people are tagging you, right? You got your colors up. All of a sudden they come in and you look at them. You just sit there and shake your head, and they go, "What? Don't stay here. Don't go any further. Stay here. Why?" And they leave. And they come back. You sick? Why didn't you tell? I tried to tell you to stay here. You didn't listen. It's funnier now because they go over that way. Oh, there's other people. And then all of a sudden their back is faster, or they re-teleport back to the beginning. You know what they're doing? Yeah. It's not. It doesn't take rocket scientists to see it. It's obvious. But why didn't you tell me? Well, you don't listen. Find out for yourself. Sorry, that's just the way it works. You don't want to take my word for it.
one of my
That's why I'm always on orange. That's why I'm always on orange.
one of my first not only walk-ins but viewings of that was actually at a drinking night, and everyone is at a club event. They're just hanging out by the mirror playing music, and then all of a sudden, two people are right above the mirror going ham on each other. So everyone's kind of awkwardly looking up and down, trying to like not pay attention, but they're just one mass moving right above. So the best thing I could do is just mute them and turn their avatars to a fallback, which kind of made it that much funnier because they look like two cacti wrestling, which became a little bit funnier. That was my first public viewing or accidental viewing of that specifically. Still remember it was the funniest shit. I can't get the image of two cacti out of my head. It just always comes back now.
I don't blame you, man. Yeah, first thing would have come to my mind, I saw something like that. I wonder which one's going to say ouch first.
Yeah. Well, On a different note, that's not this. A lot of the
Yeah, we're
worlds
getting
here
way
are
out of the
actually
path here.
really amazing. Like, have you been to Dr. Morrow's?
Oh yeah.
Any of those epilogue worlds?
Uh-uh.
No, you should.
Oh yes. Yeah,
Yeah.
no. I've been to those. Yes, those worlds
Mm,
are incredible.
they are incredible. The guy's like a genius. I've seen a lot of it, and just how he does the transitions between scenes is amazing. Like, you'll be in a hospital, and then all of a sudden
Yeah.
you're in a train station and whatnot. One of my favorite worlds to explore personally, among everyone I've been in. Hmm. Oop, am I crashing and dying?
Yeah.
No.
You're not dying.
Yeah, I really liked the
We just got quiet
outdoor
real
area
quick.
by the water of, I think it was episode 2,
Hmm.
whatever was the last one.
I think it was 2. Was it the one with the giant statue in it? Like the giant statue outside the, like, what's a college, I think it was, or a school building of sorts.
Mm, I don't remember. It's been a while. As I say,
Mm.
I've slept since then.
Hmm. Indeed. Well, I do hope people of VRChat don't stop building things, because that's one of the things I enjoy about VRChat is the amount of people who
Yeah.
build and create, whether it's groups, worlds, avatars. I enjoy looking at them, and I'm impressed by the skill a lot of people have here and do for fun. Like, I've seen a lot of people build worlds, like the one we're in now, where it can compete with AAA studios in terms of like VR
Right?
quality, but they do it for fun. It's just impressive. Just a little. Well, I hope we're not keeping you too long, and I do thank you for joining us today.
No. Yeah,
Oh.
of
I
course.
appreciate it, Roxy.
Hmm.
Really appreciate it.
Is there anything you'd want to plug out there, share with everyone before?
I kind of plugged so many things already.
Fair enough. Well, check the Hoobly What's It down there. All links that of anything that was mentioned. Hopefully I can remember to put down there, but it'll be right down there, Hoobly What's It. Oh boy.
On that note, folks, all I can tell you, just like Roxy says, if it ain't a color you want to argue about, down description below, tell us what kind of grilled cheese sandwich you think it should be the right way. I want to hear this. Or your eggs. Take care, folks. Have a good one.